4 Australian women have been hospitalised in Fiji over suspected alcohol poisoning. The tourists aged 18 to 56 were among 7 people who were drinking cocktails at a 5-star hotel before falling ill. Fiji's health ministry says the group experienced nausea, vomiting and neurological symptoms. Local police are investigating. The Australian government has updated its advice on the Smart Traveller website, saying be alert to the potential risks around drink spiking and methanol poisoning through consuming alcoholic drinks. Get urgent medical help if you suspect drink spiking, and the Treasurer Jim Chalmers also made mention of that as well. He said be on alert for the risks of drink spiking, and he thanked DFAT officials for their assistance. And he also said that Fiji police are investigating. Let's get more on this now. Joining me live is the father and grandfather of 2 of the women who became seriously ill from suspected alcohol poisoning in Fiji, David Sandoe. David, we really appreciate you coming on the program. This must have been an extremely distressing weekend for you and your family. How are you and the family holding up?
We're holding up okay, but it's really the focus is on our daughter and granddaughter. But when you receive a phone call at 12, well, it was 11 o'clock the other night, and your daughter says that her daughter and herself have been poisoned and they were in hospital, it's quite something else.
Now, we are hearing that there is some good news and that Georgia and Tanya may be released and are on their way back home. Can you tell us or confirm that that's the case?
Yes, I hope I've got a smile on my face because that is the news. The DFAT people have been brilliant, and they're taking both Tanya and Georgia to the airport, the High Commission people up in Fiji, and we're expecting them home on a flight that lands in Sydney at 6:25.
That will be such a relief. So this happened on Saturday night. Are we any closer to finding out what happened to them?
No, but I must say the cooperation of the people, as a father and grandfather, I thought it was definitely my duty to speak to all the component parts of this issue. So I spoke to the hotel and they were right onto it, and the police were investigating, and they've been fantastic in making sure that the people affected have been looked after. No, we're none the wiser with that, but the investigation's continuing and we'll wait for the verdict. But all we're concerned about at the moment is to make sure that we get our loved ones home, and for those others who are not as fortunate as us to have them back today, then we're still feeling for them because it is a horrific experience. And of course, like everyone else, when this news broke, we all thought back to what's recently happened in Asia, which sends shivers down your spine. So, we're so grateful and very fortunate.
Your daughter Tanya suffers from a pre-existing blood disease, I was told. What were the concerns there about potentially how she would be treated in hospital in Fiji?
Well, her immune system is deficient because of her pre-existing condition. So that was a concern, and once we got the doctors here to talk to the doctors over there, that gave us some comfort.
And your granddaughter, Georgia, we hear that after drinking a pina colada at this resort, she suffered a seizure, is that right?
That's right, a brief seizure, and she felt very uncomfortable. Out of the 2 of them, our daughter has fared better than our granddaughter. Our granddaughter seemed to be more affected, so it was it was a big worry for us. But there are others.
Sorry, David, I was just going to ask.
And,
yeah, of course. I was just going to ask, sorry to cut you off there, that Will they be requiring further treatment when they arrive home, or is it just too early to tell? We just don't know enough at this point.
It's probably too early to tell.
Yep.
But we'll make sure that everything is covered when they get home. But they were first taken to a small hospital, Sigatoka, I think that's the name of the place. And then yesterday they were transferred to a hospital that had more testing equipment. And the toxicology reports are still to be presented. So we don't know too much more than that. But we do know that the good news continues. Just about an hour ago, we got confirmation that they've received medical discharges from the hospital and that they are medically okay to travel. And we'll play it by ear when they get home.
And I guess you haven't been told about the condition of the other two Australians that are still over there?
No, except that they are from northern New South Wales, and the good part about any of these things is that when people find themselves in these situations, they band together. So this group of 4 Australians, 2 belong in our family, bonded very well. So they're looking after one another's interests.
Was it Georgia and Tanya's first time in Fiji?
No. As a family, we've been to Fiji many times. It's just a wonderful place, and we couldn't speak highly enough about Fiji. For anyone that's been there, Australians in particular are welcome. Well, all visitors are welcome, but we receive very good attention when we go over there. So this was a complete shock to us, and very unlike what's happened before up there. So it hopefully is a once-off, and they'll get to the bottom of it.
Well, we are thinking of Tanya and Georgia. David, all the best for the family, and thanks so much for coming on the program. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.